Tonight on News with My Fiance, Trump's out here handing out pardons like mixtapes and still getting booed. Kim Davis still losing. And capitalism is failing like your favorite crypto coin as we reach day 41 of the government shutdown.
Plus, Fat Joe fumbled the gab. Outkast made history, and New York City's new Democratic Socialist mayor already got the haters big mad.
Big mad.
Well, let's get into it.
Yeah, I'm ready. Wait, where did MJ say we're calling this again? Oh, right. No, I got it. I know we're live. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. Live. In person, live Raw.
Welcome back to News My Fiance with Using My Fiance Raw Live, in person live Raw with Morgan Jones and DJ Ambush. And we're back reporting live from the 5-alarm fire that is indeed Portland, Oregon. Mm-hmm. Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate your support. Be a part of the Text Chat Fam Squad and join the conversation in the chat.
Shout out to our studio sponsors, L&J Industries, for providing a dope space each week. We're not there right now, but you get it.
You get it.
Shout out to our whole production team, Kyle of Residual Audio, Jess, Ross, and Michelle for making sure that this show happens every single Monday. And of course, shout out to y'all for listening, watching, and staying engaged with us.
Yes. Now, before we get started, fiancés, make sure you tap that like button, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, so the algorithm gets engaged with us too. Become a member over at patreon.com/newsofmyfiance. And check out everything we have going on at newsmyfiance.com. And yeah, let's get this quality time popping, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ambush.
Yeah. That's me, fam. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
There's a lot going on.
There's so much happening.
Yeah.
As discussed, we will get into some capitalism versus socialism, the government shutdown, everyone hating Zoran.
Snap. Yeah.
Better not crackle. It better continue to pop.
and Trump is out here with the pardons. All generous.
Yes. He's so generous. Just out here pardoning the pardonless, like
yeah.
You don't even need one.
Exactly.
But I have one.
Terrible. So that's what we're covering tonight. But what's this gripe with Fat Joe, man?
Fat Joseph gotta go. Let's start the show the way that we should. Fat Joe is out here wilding. And I say that knowing it's been years of him out here wilding. And when his name trends, it's usually not for a great thing, unfortunately. But most recently, this is personal. I'm gonna say that this is very much. I am heavily biased. Wale is one of my most favorite rappers ever. I don't know, since 2009, like a long time. And there are not a lot of interviews that I can point to that really get into even getting him to give you the things that I know he wants to. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, I really honestly feel like Wale wants to share as much as he possibly can, but he also doesn't want to be asked a lot of things because he doesn't want to look like he's name dropping or, you know what I'm saying? But if you ask it, it's a different situation than me bringing up a story.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Definitely.
And I feel like a lot of missed opportunities because I'll watch interviews and it's just like they're asking him the same questions over and over about it's just insert new project, Anyway, I'm going too far on into that part.
I think that's good background for anyone that, isn't as familiar with Wale as you are. You know what I'm saying? To be able to give that that background on, you know, what you've observed over the years and how he is in these interviews. And I mean, I can imagine being someone who is one of his major fans. When a new Wale interview pops up, you are hoping, fingers crossed, praying that someone's going to know how to engage with this brother properly to get good stuff out.
Hello.
You know? Yeah.
It's exactly that. So if, you know, it's wild because I loved, like, for magazines, I lived for an artist interview, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like where you really get to know something about them or what was personal about their project to them, those kind of things. Love. It's way different now. And they have so much access to the public to say whatever they want at any time that it isn't as big of a deal. The interviews aren't as, you know, you're not sharing as much. Like, and I don't know what the deal is. If it was just like for a while, people got too cool to ask good questions or what, or if people just weren't giving good interviews. I don't know. That could be the case as well.
That could definitely be the case.
Yeah. I am not proclaiming to know that I know why interviews stalled out for me.
Mm-hmm.
But what I know for certain is I have not watched the Joe and Jada podcast. I haven't listened to a full episode at all until they had Wale on. And I know that they have had people on that I care about, that I have literally said, I'm going to watch that whole interview. I'm going to listen to it. Never get around to it. The second I saw there was a clip of Wale on that couch, oh, I'm watching the whole thing. Is the whole thing out? Found it.
Right.
Listening to it. It's interesting because Wale was just on, he's on a, you know, press run. So he was on the Joe Budden podcast a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
I never even saw the full one come out. I don't know if the full ones do come out. I don't know if I need to be a Joe Budden patron to see the interview.
That's exactly it. Whole interviews behind the paywall.
So I'm not doing that. And they didn't put it out in a way that mattered. Like it whack. Like what a waste of having him pull up to you. Like, anyway, the couple of things that I've seen, I've just been like, y'all not even talking to him. Y'all not even talking to him. It's just like y'all talking around him, you know? And that is what the Joe and Jada show was. And I say that, but I also want to be very clear that Jada does what he can, I think. You know, like Jada is doing everything he can with
the resources provided. And the resource provided
is a half-baked Joseph Crack.
Jeez.
You know? My man, it's like it's Nori in the beginning of Drink Champs, but he's not drunk as far as I understand. Like he is interrupting. He's not giving an opportunity for the stories to actually come out. Like he starts a story, Wale starts a story about Kanye West not clearing a song for him. And Joe stepped on the story twice. And I'm like, first of all, as a fan, go back to when Wale just said he was in Paris writing for Kanye, please.
Yeah.
Can we go back to that?
Let's peel that back.
It's like what Drink Champs taught me was there is a lot of comfort in speaking with people that know the same thing you do, that are in the same industry, right? So there were people going on Drink Champs doing their level best to really spill some major tea. And Nori was just pouring tequila on it. And just like, I don't want to hear your stupid tea. And then more shots.
And honest, for me, I don't even know if I felt like Nori was like stepping on it in disregard for the story.
No, I don't. I'm not saying.
When you were like in your analogy, I don't want to hear your stupid tea. That's what made me think like Because I feel the analogy in the recklessness of it, like, wow.
It was reckless.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
But
I
just like totally missing the hooks, totally missing the opportunity, the threads. Just
as
them.
if they're not listening. And I don't mean that like they don't hear the words coming, but it's like they're not listening for what's there.
Ooh, I think you just nailed it. I think what you just did was nail it, like really nail it. So you said something about, there's something about being in the same industry and being able to have those conversations, right?
Yeah.
So part of the positive side of that is we're going to get some stories where these careers cross over and it's like, oh, that happened with you. Yeah. And you'll get, which was some of the excitement from early Drink Champs.
Definitely.
The other side of the other side of that dynamic is because this is not what they do. The media training isn't there and we don't get interviews. We just get conversations around subject matter that we're all in the room for. So it's like I'm interviewing you like I should be interviewing you. You have an album coming out. I should have questions about your album. That is part of the interview. Like we're not getting interviews. Now, something you just said tied this all together for me. Them missing the threads is based, for me, I think, is based on that familiarity with the scenarios.
Yeah.
So us hearing, oh yeah, and I was in Paris writing for Kanye. We're like, pause. Give me more of that.
Expand.
Joe's hearing, yeah.
Right.
Jada's hearing, yeah, you're in Paris writing for Kanye.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's,
you're not listening for your fans. You're not listening for your audience. You're not listening with the audience ears. You're listening as someone else who shares the same career's ears, and you're missing everything your audience would want to hear. Things that you're probably tired of talking about. And it's like, well, we never heard you talk about it either. Like,
right. You're bringing me to my larger point. And that is, there are people that do things because they're called to it or because they want to do it. And you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then there are people that are like, oh, there's a bag over there. And you don't have to do that much or whatever the thing is that they think. Excuse me. Like, and I just think that Joe is that person now. Like Fat Joe is showing me that he is just a big fat capitalist that is going to do anything that makes him a certain amount of dollar signs. And that's fine and dandy when it's not fine and dandy, but I mean, get the fuck away from the culture then and stop making money off of it that way. And the reason I say that is you don't even have to listen with a fan's ear. What's the goal of your show? Listen for that.
What is the established goal of your show?
What's the goal of your show? What are you doing this for?
I think that's a question you can ask anyone.
No, 1,000%.
I meant to say that differently. I think that's a question you can ask so many people that have jumped into podcasting. Like 80% of them, whether they're celebrities or not. Like, what is the point of your show? Because for so many of them, it's just me on camera, like you said, chase a bag. That's not producing a show, though. That's not like people tune into this show because you're going to give them the what? What are you giving them? If it's just y'all on camera talking, that's not really a show.
I don't know. And if it is, I don't know that it takes as much money as that set appears to be spending.
Yeah.
And that is my point, is that we can ask a lot of people that question. What is the point of your show? What's the goal? And I'm not even coming at you on some like podcaster, you don't do enough, what I mean is, is this a high thought that ended up getting backing, or did one of y'all really want to do this and then convince the other, or you know what I'm saying? Because the dynamic of those two, of Joe and Jada, ain't even something that I've seen even make this show make sense to me outside of the easy branding.
Right.
Like their personalities are so different and not in a complimentary way. It's not like, oh, Joe is this, and then Jada brings out the this in him, or vice versa. It's like Jada is up there exasperated every single second of the show. Like, I don't even know that his body can take the anxiety and the blood pressure spikes from being next to somebody who's been in this thing forever, but acts like he don't know nobody's name. He can't remember when something happened. He says he invented everything. He says he started everything. If it wasn't for him, there would be no so-and-so and there would be no this DJ and blah, blah, blah. Like, and then you don't know anything about the people that you're having on your show. So again, I say this is the first episode that I watched, and I know this has now gone way too long and not even in the direction I meant it to. So apologies. But that said, Joe said in the beginning, like in the welcome, like Jada did a intro of Wale, which also makes you know that it's more than just this is a person sitting down and chatting with us, right?
It should.
I mean, it should signify, it should signify that. But he says something like, Wale was like, let's get into this interview or something. And Joe was like, oh, we ain't doing no interview. This is a conversation, you know, da-da-da-da. And then they even have a little back and forth about that because Wale's like, well, I mean, it's a little more than a conversation, right? Like, there's a lot of cameras here. Like,
Wale, you stand corrected. It's just a conversation with a lot of cameras.
It's just a conversation with a lot of cameras, and you're not loud enough, buddy. They're not, you're not loud enough. Joe is going to fill the silence. Like, he's going to fill projected silence. The silence ain't even there.
Yeah. He's going to jump into traffic regardless.
And he's going to let you know about it. I was just so upset that I don't know anything about this album. I don't know anything about I don't know anything about what Wale been going through in the last 4 or 5 years.
Right.
Because what he says is, I haven't dropped an album, this first album in 4 years. Why? First question you're going to ask. What's going on?
Wow, it's been 4 or 5 years. I don't think I realized that.
Years.
Why?
Talk to me about what's been going on within the last time you dropped in now. Like, I know you're touring all the time. Was this you know what I'm saying? Like,
because that's what
I'm not even trying to pretend that I'm a good interviewer. I just know that there are things, if I'm get the opportunity to ask somebody that I have been following and has been, a part of the soundtrack of my life for so long, there are just questions that seem very simple.
Yeah.
That did not get asked or they edited out. And I will also say that I don't know what this show normally is. So maybe the final version sucks. Maybe
it got lost in the edit. The good version.
Maybe it just lost in the edit, number one. And maybe, there's this amazing plethora of questions and answers, behind a paywall somewhere that I'm not going to.
So what you want is the Snyder cut of Joe and Jada's.
If it exists, they better put the other one out. Like, if I was Wale, I'd be asking for the other release the other cut. Like, there's a thing with Wale for me that you don't necessarily have to be a big Wale fan to understand this, but I definitely know that I feel like I understand where he's coming from a lot more, right? And I feel it personally. Like, I fully understand being good at something, doing something good, or, recognizable and whatnot, and wanting the credit for that. And motherfuckers ain't giving you the credit for that.
Yeah.
They're looking directly past you.
Yeah.
And there's only so much of that you can take. And if you're dominating the things that they say matter, but somehow you still ain't in the conversation, you're gonna you're gonna feel a way, and there is our fucked up way of dealing with feelings and emotions is to just pretend they don't exist, and that, that's to girls. You should not even care that somebody snubbed you yet again, or that person continues to mispronounce your name, or the things that you are consistently rapping about in every single album you've ever made is a brand new concept to the person that's interviewing you right now, who's telling you they're a fan. Like, it's just how much of that it's, oh my God, Morgan, you're so amazing at this and you need to be doing this. And then they don't get hired for that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay, well, I thought.
Wait a minute.
Couldn't think of anybody else, huh? And then, but you did. And this is not to say that that's the attitude all the time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not walking around with a chip on my shoulder. And I don't think that Wale is either. But I think that the times that I think that the times that he gets asked about anything, and it's a thing that ain't nobody asked him in a long time, or it's about a thing that happened a long time ago, your answer is maybe not going to always be as diplomatic, because it just continues to happen to you. And if that's your known, if what everybody already assumes about you is that you have a bad attitude or that you have a chip on your shoulder, people treat you like that, whether they think they're treating you like that or not. And so maybe your questions are asking about the chip on my shoulder and not the brightness in my future. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you're not giving me no options.
and I'll add to it in the way that if everybody thinks you have a chip on your shoulder, there's something there. It may not be a chip, but there's something there. Maybe it's not a chip.
I don't disagree.
There's something there.
I'm not trying to make excuses for people in any way either. But I think that there are folks that I wouldn't give a fuck if he did have a chip on he should have a chip on his shoulder. And that shouldn't be something that means a bad thing. Like, the way that I respond to people harming me should not be, I'm the one that's fucked up in that. Like, I just see it differently. Like, yeah, there is a chip. There should be a chip. The chip was installed. Like, what do we mean? So now I'm going to point at him and be like, you got a fucking chip. Like, nah, that shit. Are you kidding? Nah. I'm not going to make fun of you for the result of the shit that you received.
Okay. I hear that.
I'm going to continue to look at the systems at play. I'm going to continue to look at the larger play. If everybody says you have a chip, that is a thing. And I am not saying that I disagree with you on that. I think there are absolute reasons and there are justifications, literally, for him. And for other people. I'm not just Wale.
Yeah.
But for so many people, I just say the same shit for Lupe. Like, it's different reasons, but that chip is there.
This conversation reminds me of Amanda Seales and a lot of people saying similar things about her, and me saying, I understand why people would have a certain impression of her, while at the same time, I've seen sides of her that make all of this make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're moving with this permanent chip, but the way you've conducted yourself in certain situations, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, definitely. I'm not saying you have not been wrong. However, the way you've been moving in some of these spaces, yeah, especially unapologetically, or, that's in the past. I'm talking about, I'm just moving on, or you disappear from the scene for a little bit and you come back and feel like everybody got over it. Not really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But anyway, this is far less about Wale and how he showed up at the interview, and more so about the consistency and Fat Joe being Fat Joe.
Fat Joe being Fat Joe and adding to the useless landscape of podcasts. And by that I mean, podcasts are important. And I am absolutely never going to be like, these shouldn't exist, you know? But we definitely can see that it is any other industry. It is any other mode of, you can make a profit off of this. So now, you know, we're just seeing large investments into nothing and no investment into something that could be great, you know? And just how, like, in all honesty, for us as people, it's useless. For larger, you know, systems at play, it's really important to have a bunch of people listening to a handful of shows, you know?
Yep.
And it's wild to me. It's sad that there isn't the kind of larger media that does value many of the things that used to just be a part of the ecosystem of entertainment and what it meant to have what a press run meant. You know what I mean? And we just got this whole fucking tutorial again, just a refresher from the clips, how to actually do a press run the way that press runs were ran.
Yeah.
And I appreciate seeing a lot of these folks, a lot of these rappers and singers going on shows. But the point is that a bunch of the shows have large followings for no reason. And if I were management to any of these people going on these shows, I'd be like, go to Hot Ones. And I mean that with all respect. I've listened to Hot Ones all day. But I mean, if we're trying to get something out, you're going to get more, you're going to know more about the person that you care about if they go on Hot Ones than for a 20-minute segment.
Right.
Than if they sit down with Fat Joe for 2 hours. Or sit down with the Joe Budden pod for 2 hours. Because they just, all of a sudden, they're just a part of the couch, you know, and we're all at a barbershop and we're talking about things that don't have anything to do with us. And there was that show, and there isn't that show anymore.
What was that show?
The Math Hava show. Like they were just in a barbershop talking. And in all honesty, there was better interviews happening there. You were getting more stories and information from clips from that show than you would from, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just a lot of missed opportunity, especially to have so many people that were also, to the point, in the industry at the same time or before or whatever, and have so many of those same experiences, can speak to it in a way that, like, I would never be able to speak to asking any of these people these questions.
Yeah, because that's the allure.
Right. And then we all win, right? Yeah. And instead, it's just a bunch of famous people trying to stay famous and show us that they only talk to their famous friends, but then we find out they ain't even friends with them famous people.
Trying to stay famous, trying to stay paid, trying to stay busy.
All of that.
Yeah, it's interesting, watching so many different artists jump into that space. And then you'll have someone like Elliott Wilson complaining about that very same thing, right? And Elliott's going to have the questions. Elliott's going to do an interview with you. But I don't want to watch Elliott. I
don't want to watch Elliott, and Elliott doesn't have the questions. Elliott has the questions he thinks an editor from 20 years ago wants to know. And I don't want to know what Elliott thinks he should know either. He is coming to this conversation from such an elitist point of view that he pisses me off to no end. Yeah, like you're not wrong, and he does. He has an issue with all of these people, and especially because their platforms immediately are huge.
Yeah.
It's huge.
If there was if this was an interview with Elliott and B-Dot and Wale's coming on there because this is his press tour, we are going to get those album questions. We're going to get those produced. We're going to get, so what's up? What you thinking tour wise? What have you been doing the last 5 years? Like, we would actually get that. It's just, like you said, the delivery system is just like, no one wants to engage with you, bro.
Yeah. And then how do people respond to him that are being, interviewed? They're not going to give you all the goods.
Nobody wants to go on your show, B.
Nah.
Yeah.
You just reminded me that Jada was like, so, are you going to go on tour? And Wale's response was like, oh yeah, always tour with an album, like always. He was like, yeah, I know you stay on the road. So that's the end of that. Like, I'd have been like, you just said you got off the road, but you didn't put an album out in 4 years. So what you doing on the road? Didn't I see Wale within the last 4 years and you didn't have a new album out? Yes, I did. So like what?
Right. Also, where are you starting? Where are you going to end?
Right.
You going overseas? How many shows you thinking? You thinking about any openers? You're going to take any openers from the DMV with you?
Already locked in?
There's so much there.
Who are the features on the album? Like, you still fuck with MMG? I got questions.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I have no idea how long we just spent on that. I don't see a running time. I apologize. I'm
going to say this to you having questions. Continue to have them, because you won't get answers from watching Wale interviews or certain platforms. So you keep those questions.
I'm going to have them ready on Twitter and then just start begging Wale to come on our show.
Oh my gosh.
In other news, Outkast was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I was going to say Twitter was definitely a buzz, and in saying, well, I should be very intentional. Threads was definitely a buzz with the performances. First off, just congratulating Outkast for being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But the tribute performances, Threads was all a buzz. Tyler absolutely crushed it. Janelle Monáe, boom, boom. Purple Label Family. You know what I'm saying? Purple Ribbon Family.
Here we go. I was like,
yeah, not Purple Label, Purple Ribbon Family. Totally killed it. I can't remember who else performed that killed it, but I know Jid. Okay. Oh yeah, he ain't gonna do wrong.
Exactly.
But I know who didn't kill it.
Oh no. Who was there that didn't do it right?
One Doja Cat. No surprises there. When you first brought it up to me, I was like, why is she even on the tribute?
Get to the business.
She don't belong there.
Can we get serious for real? The most important question of the entire event: who invited Doja Cat? Who did it?
I'm sorry. Did you guys invite?
Someone has to. I want the doc. I want the Hulu doc. I want to know what the fuck that person was thinking. I want to know if ChatGPT is the one who came up with this.
Right.
Like, who do we get to blame? This is a blame scenario.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, like I'm very much, you know me, here for the workers. Not looking for a bunch of people to lose their jobs or what and whatnot. There are times when people are in the wrong position. Whoever said, you know what this is missing?
A little Doja Cat.
Doja Cat.
Now, MJ, explain to the people, outside of why she wasn't just a good fit, but how did she confirm that for you?
You mean in
her performance? How did she confirm to you that she wasn't the right fit?
She opened her mouth. Okay. One, you're singing off key. I don't know what you're doing that for, because I've heard you sing. You can do it. Mm-hmm. What happened here? And then what I'm never going to be okay with. Well, I don't even know if I should say it that way.
I think you should. There's no one that's done what she done in the past that should get a pass for doing what they've done. So no, you should never be okay with.
You do not get to not know the words.
No, not in a tribute.
You don't get to not know the words during a tribute. You open your mouth, you don't know the words, and we can tell. Big X forever. I don't mean you're canceled forever and that your fans don't like you anymore. But what I mean is I don't have any reason to listen to anything you got going for yourself now that I know that you did this.
Because you're not like a B-list or C-list artist, right? You're an A-lister. You've had significant tours. You've had celebrated albums, collaborations. You're a professional. So if someone reached out to a professional to ask them to be part of a tribute to music icons, and this is the amount of preparation that you did. Yeah, we're allowed to feel the way we feel about that. Because if this was your own show, I feel like you'd be a little bit more prepared. So what does that say about how you feel about these icons to a fan? Yeah.
I would say my original, like if I worked there or was on the committee for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, whoever, chooses the performers. If I worked there and someone was around the table at our, Monday morning meetings and they were like, guys, I'm thinking Doja Cat. The only thing I would have said is she be in racial chat showing feet. That's the only thing I'm going to say.
Yeah.
And if they need a translation, I'm going to say that translates to a no.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't need to get past. Nope. That wasn't a good. It's a no.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so funny that you said that.
Amount of fucking people. Why?
That's literally what Rhythm, fam of the show, had posted on Threads. She said she would have known the lyrics if she hadn't been in racial chat room showing feet. And yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this. There are some things we never forget.
Ever.
And I'll never forget that.
Ever.
I'll never forget that. And I will also never forget the campaign of none of that was really real. Doja Cat really wasn't letting the white people say the N-word to her and all sorts of stuff. I watched it. I'm not gonna do the back and forth with you anymore.
The deep fakes weren't as good back then. So
nah, they were really bad back then. Yeah. And this is from before back then.
Right.
So
right.
Save it. Everybody's got the unflattering times in their lives that they wouldn't want recorded and shown. And we don't all have a great explanation for them.
Because that's where the crux of it is for me. We've all had times. It's just part of existing.
Yep.
Especially growing up with technology. There are all things that we've done on and offline that we pray never make it into the public square. But once it does, how you handle it, that determines how I move with you moving forward. Right. You can't pull a what's her name? Joanne Reed. You can't pull a Joy Reid. You can't pull a Doja Cat. You can't pull a Rick Ross. Like, I need y'all to just own the things.
You're saying I can't just ignore it and just keep going?
I can't. If you're gonna ignore it and keep going, I think I'll respect that more than I don't know what you. That wasn't me. I don't know what you're talking about. That's not real.
I don't have nothing to do with that man that looked just like me.
Right. Because it's different. If you ignore it and keep going, then we both can be like, and everyone else around is like, Morgan don't want to talk about it. We should stop bringing it up. She's never going to give us an answer. But
that's how Jay-Z winning.
Right. But if you go, was it me? That if you go Natalie Nunn, then it's like, oh, you talking to me like I'm dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, now we got a problem.
Yeah.
So now you told me you're Donald Trump and me.
Yeah.
But this video isn't real. These photos aren't real. These transcripts aren't real. Oh, I'm an idiot. No, I don't play that shit. I don't play that shit.
It's exactly that.
Yeah, I'd much rather the no comment.
And
I'd much rather House of Carter it.
Just tell the truth that always ain't got all of a sudden don't have no truth to share. So
right. And good example there with Jay-Z and just the whole Carter house. You know not to expect anything. They have not commented for so long. I was like, well, I'm not even going to ask. Why even? People ask them what? You know you're not going to get an answer.
The embodiment of I will not dignify that answer with a question is the Carters.
Yeah. No. Not doing it.
I just saw actually a thing of Jay-Z like walking out of somewhere and, you know, he's signing some autographs and there's a woman who's just like asking him question after question. And I can't even remember what the questions were. Like, probably because he was never going to answer them. I don't know.
You, like him, the questions turn into background noise.
And he said, because she wasn't going nowhere. Like, he said, look, I'm not trying to disrespect you. I appreciate what you do. And I'm wishing you nothing but the best. But I have no scoop for you. I'm not answering you.
That's what he said.
Yes. Man said, I ain't got no scoop, fam. I got nothing for you.
This is going to be empty. This is going to be empty.
Bunny. That's what it was. It was about Bad Bunny and who, like,
okay.
What was how did the decision go? And yeah, and he was like, I got no scoop for you. I'm not trying to disrespect you. Please just stop asking the question.
Take this autograph.
Yeah.
Take this autograph, take this selfie. I got nothing for you.
I got nothing for you.
That's funny. That is hilarious.
A mess. Speaking of a mess, because I can't. We can come back to Outkast. We didn't even get to really cover it.
Yeah, it was more so about her fumbling.
That was so number one. That was a major disappointment. Like, as a fan, seeing a group that I have grown with their entire existence.
Yeah.
Seeing the whole Dungeon family up there, like, that was such a big deal for me. And I said on Threads, like, seeing Big Rube up there was as exciting as seeing Outkast. And that is not a joke. I am not like, again, soundtrack to my life. Like, if I could have Big Rube, if I had a reason for anything to be narrated,
have Big Rube start your week off with a poem.
Fam. And that's literally okay. So we joke about it a lot. Like, if I won the lottery, I wouldn't tell anybody, but there would be something. I'll tell you this. If you call my phone number and you hear Big Rube like you reach Morgan Jones, that's when you know, baby.
I'm just laughing.
That's when you know.
Just laughing at like the idea if you walk in. Thinking about like before we were together and you know you had your own spot and you just walking from, you know, your car, walking from your house to the car, just Big Rube just in your ear, just you know doing your narration of your poem to start your day. You on the way to work and he just
come on.
Like,
how do you have a bad day?
Oh my God.
Huh? Do you? No, you start out contemplating new stuff that you didn't think about yesterday. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying
you heading in a little different.
Yeah. Just swag on. You know? Can't nobody say nothing to me. You ain't thinking about the things I'm thinking about around now. Like, are you kidding me?
That is hilarious.
But one of the things, like that's seeing Outkast, them being inducted, such a big deal. I did see somebody say something to the effect of there were people complaining that Andre didn't perform, and because Big Boy did, and Andre didn't, and someone was like, "You cannot be an actual fan of Outkast and be questioning why this man didn't do anything."
Exactly.
Retired means something to him.
Yeah.
Like,
done. I'm done. I'm finished. I've retired.
We don't.
Yeah. Moving on.
We don't need to revisit. We don't need. Y'all don't need that from me.
And y'all know the bags are out there.
Oh, big.
You know, the offers have been made.
Big, huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
They have been made.
You know that.
Like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Good.
But that's that for me, I'm just like, I'm living in this time of people pretending to care about things that they've never once even thought of, you know, and they're passionate about this thing that they don't know anything about. And how dare he not perform, or how, you know, like, you don't know anything about this group. Why do you have feelings? Why do you have feelings?
Or you know everything about this group, and your parasocial relationship has put you in a place where you feel as though they belong to you and they belong to themselves. Because there's also that, right? There's also those
breaking my brain sometimes.
Yeah,
but yeah.
There's those fans that we were, you know, in community with when we were listening to music, 90s, 2000s, all of that. There were just fans that were just like weird ass fans. Then it was just like, okay, you know every single word to everything, but you gotta dial it back a little bit. Like, sheesh, like you know
the words,
like
but
they're a real person.
Apparently, don't know the meaning, or don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know every word to every Outkast song, it's self-explanatory as to why 3 Stacks didn't perform.
Right.
It's like, I don't know. I guess I'm just struggling with that. I'm struggling with being in a time where comprehension is in the toilet and somehow confidence is at an all-time high. You know, like we're super confident about things we don't know about, don't care about, don't care enough to even look it up about, like, just want to argue. Like, it's literally, you form an opinion on a headline, you ain't read the thing, and then now you're mad about a thing that didn't happen or that shouldn't have happened, but you think it should have, and like, it's exhausting. Yeah. I'm just really not understanding why anybody wants to live like that.
Yeah.
But only in a place where your president can't read does all of this make sense. Because I'm asking these people to have comprehension and to be able to use a context clue when this dumb fuck can't, not even at all. Not even at all.
Yeah.
Amber.
So yeah. What was he reading at that Commanders game?
A promise.
A proclamation of sorts? Was this an executive order that he was signing at the game? So the video I saw was him in the box, him in one of the boxes. And I didn't see the video of him giving the speech. I saw videos of people reacting to him in the box. So some people were booing. Someone had someone else take a picture of them, like giving the middle finger to him in the box. There was a lot of that. And then you brought to my attention that, you know, he was supposed to be reading something in there. And, oh boy, rough stuff.
So, yeah. Excuse me. Trump went to the Commanders game and was relentlessly booed. I mean, loud, like unfettered. Like they were not stopping. There were a couple of cheers within there, but like he noticed it. It rattled him. He did. He was like, huh, this for me?
Yeah. Can't lie to yourself about that one.
Bruh. I don't know what he was reading. What he was supposed, or what he was saying is, it was like a proclamation, because it was supposed to be like, I, Donald Trump, do solemnly swear, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Right? This man opens the thing that, you know, the folder, like leather folder that has like the president's seal on the front. So he's holding it like a choir book and says, and again, the boos are loud. The boos are happening. But he says, I, and state your name.
Oh,
You solemnly swear.
and he reads and states your name.
Yes, direct quote. And state your name. And I wonder, like, I can play it, but I wonder if, like, the booing is so loud
Oh my God.
that I don't, it might be a little much, but I'm looking for I'm looking for it right now because just even the sound is like, ay.
So he was in the Fox Sports broadcast booth.
Oh, okay.
That's where he was reading that from. Yeah, I too was trying to see exactly what it was that he was reading, but yeah, the reporting is just as just as we stated. He had to read it over the booze, like, bruh.
Oh boy. Could you hear that?
No.
Oh, good. 1 second. I think I might have.
That came through real fuzzy.
Oh, something's coming through now?
Just for a split second there. It's not anymore, but I'm not sure if you were playing something, but whatever it was coming through.
I was, and I wasn't trying to play it yet.
Got you.
It wasn't the right thing. Anyway, I will get that sound.
Yeah.
Because it really is just like, what? Oh, here. This is from Instagram. Let's see if this works. You hear that?
Nope.
Nope.
It's no, that's interesting.
Okay. Well, I don't know what I'm doing technology wise, so I'll just leave that alone. But my man said, and state your name. Okay. Do solemnly swear. Never once says his name.
Well, just further confirmation of our current predicament.
Yeah.
We're being led by an idiot.
Yes.
Led by an idiot. Just, yay.
Somehow that's kind of like okay, or like people are confused.
Idiot for president. Yeah. Yeah.
There are people that are like, please, can I have some more, sir? I'd like a third term. He
tells it like it is. Right? He tells it like it is. Yeah.
Well, he also told us that there's going to be a $2,000 rebate check sent to the low and middle income, degenerates of this country for the tariffs. And first of all, the effect of the tariffs is about $2,400 per household. So thanks for not making us great again.
Right. I was going to say, is that supposed to help us out with holiday shopping? Is that the idea? Because prices of everything has gone up. What's the...
Well, no, all the money left over. This is a truth from Truth Social, from Donald Trump. All money left over from the $2,000 payments made to low and middle income USA citizens from the massive tariff income pouring into our country from foreign countries, which will be substantial. So it's pouring, which is now, but it will be substantial because it hasn't, will be used to, all caps, substantially pay down national debt. Back to regular case. Thank you for your attention to this matter. President DJT.
What's so curious about that? Income from terrorists are pouring into the country while I'm talking to small business owners that are paying more for their goods as they're coming in.
Yeah.
Small business owners that are having to turn orders around, having to refuse it because they don't know what the price is going to be until whatever it is they ordered has landed at a U.S. port, because the rates keep changing, the tariff rates keep changing. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, what are you actually talking about? God, he's a moron. He's an absolute moron.
Yeah. He also just can't do math. So, this idea that everyone would be paid $2,000 except for, the high income folks. Tariffs do not work the way that Trump thinks they do.
No, they never have and never will.
They never have. They will not start. Not even if he says it 1 trillion times. They don't. It's not the point of them. They do not work the way. They do not impact your economy the way that he thinks he isn't going to impact. And honestly, I'm done trying to figure out if he knows what he's talking about or not. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It doesn't matter. The impact is so bad that it doesn't matter if he meant to or not, or like if he really means it, or if he's just, shilling for someone else. Like,
right.
Either way, absolutely terrible. We are the ones that pay the price for all of it. And the fact that anybody is still even halfway believing in him when they still have to work to make money to live, completely baffled. I'm completely baffled. And that's literally not even about judgment or anything. I'm baffled. I'm fuddled, beloved. I do not understand how this many years of this many grifts can still keep going. We've seen them all from one person.
Yeah. Yep.
And he can't read. And so at some point we all need to be like, we shouldn't be getting scammed by the guy that can't read the language we all read, right? At some point.
But I guess for so many Americans, having a manager, supervisor, vice president, or president of your organization or place of work, not knowing what the hell they're doing is just so commonplace that lowers the bar for the presidency. It's terrible.
I don't disagree with that. I just an incompetent manager of X store, nonprofit, whatever organization, probably not ever going to be able to cause as much harm as an incompetent president with
absolutely
completely loyalist and incompetent administration.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, they're competent in some things. They're getting their agenda handled, but
true.
Yeah, no.
Very true. Well, I would say someone who tried very, very hard to get their agenda handled. Very, very hard in pushing back the wave of the gay agenda, of the queer agenda.
Yeah. The alphabet. It's on its way. Yeah. And there's colors.
Kim, she tried so hard. She tried so hard. Her arms gave out. Kim Davis did not do too well.
Kim did not do too well. Do y'all remember Kim Davis, the Kentucky county clerk who refused to issue marriage licenses to same-sex couples? I think 2015, right?
I think so.
Because God told her that not to do that. Like, just definitely don't put your name on that, Kim, because hell.
I'm gonna take you out of the holy book, and you will not make it into heaven.
I want to know how that actually works, because shouldn't she not be disobeying the people at her job too? Like, anyway.
I would think.
Well, she tried to get her case to the Supreme Court again, and to take a little peek. Can someone let's take another look at this.
Yeah.
You guys already said that I was in trouble and I went to jail for a couple of days, and I was told I have to pay this hefty fine of, over $300,000.
360.
And I just don't think any of that's fair. And if you also like overturn same-sex marriages, then definitely I won't be in trouble anymore.
Right.
And so this is my appeal called Two Birds, One Stone.
Yeah.
And the Supreme Court today said, thank you, no thank you. See you later next. Kiss my sass.
Yo. Being ordered to pay $360,000 all because you needed to be steadfast in your personal beliefs at your job.
At your state job.
At your state job.
At your elected official job.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wild. Wow.
That ambush, that is wild, right?
Mm-hmm.
Going back after getting your lick, like getting your lickings.
Yeah.
Going back and being like, nah, son, nah, I don't like that. I shouldn't have to pay that money. I shouldn't have to do any of this. Wilder.
Like, what's the likelihood?
Change the Karens to the Kims.
Yeah.
Because that is an entitlement we do not understand.
Kim is 60. What's the likelihood that she's going to be able to pay that off?
All of zero. She was a county clerk.
Yeah. I'm like, what are the assets? You have to sell some assets. Like
a county clerk in Kentucky?
Bruh.
Do you see her? She looks like a pilgrim. I'm not doing this. This woman does not have money. And no, she's not a wealthy person who looks like a poor person.
Right.
Because, they stopped buying Hermes. No, she's a poor working class person who is upholding every single system of oppression because it's easier for her.
She'd have more money if she wasn't spending it on Starbucks and Jordans.
Okay.
So
you make it a little more applicable to her, like bolts of fabric and hair braiding books.
Man, don't listen. You don't know.
She's on a homestead somewhere. And if she's not, she's supposed to be, because she's part of the wave of colonizers that started this. But like, you're not going to tell me that she does not look like she originated Mormonism, or you know what I mean?
Oh, no, for sure. So she certainly moves like it. So
yeah,
there's that too. Oh my goodness,
a whole mess over there.
Yeah, well, I'm glad things turned out this way.
Yeah,
let that be a lesson to anyone else moving forward. Hey, and you know what? Honestly, we're lucky things turned out this way, considering the condition that the courts are in right now.
1,000%.
So celebrate this victory, and
no, we'll definitely take this win.
Yeah,
definitely gonna take this win, and yeah, I'm always here for that pilgrim lady getting an L. Just another L for you. You just years and years of L's for Kim Davis, because the way that she really has tried to insert herself and her beliefs into not just other people's lives, but into trying to change laws.
Yeah. Nasty. Deplorable.
You gotta go.
You gotta go.
You gotta go. You don't get to be, an elected official. You don't get to be any of those things. Good luck doing the job somewhere else.
Nah, for real. All right. Well, if you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, tell all your friends, hit the comments, get active in the chat. This being a pre-recorded episode does not mean you won't see us in the chat. I'm gonna just say that. So we're gonna be all up in, y'all mental minds in the chat. Yeah. So.
You be there. You have to be in the chat, and you have to be active in the chat for us to be in your mental mind in the chat.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All right. So we are going to head to intermission, and we'll see you in 10. And we're back. Thank you so much for sticking through the break. Yeah.
I'm off mute on all the places now because I put it on twice.
What happened now? Oh, you had to.
I can't hear you.
No? Uh-oh. What happened?
Oh, we're good.
Oh, okay. You just had volume turned down or something?
So I had muted it in two places on accident. I muted it on the broadcaster and the screen. Right? And then when I was like, oh, I know what I did. I muted it in two places. I accidentally then, instead of just hitting the mute button, I also hit the button next to it, which is to mute you. So
got you.
So then I couldn't hear you, and you could probably hear me.
Crystal clear.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That is one of my favorite ways to communicate.
But yes. Thank you guys so much for being here for the second half. This is going to be an abbreviated break when you guys receive it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to edit it down. There's no reason to let you guys have to sit through 10 minutes of silence on a pre-recorded show. So yay.
No break for you.
Yay, the pre-records.
No.
All right. MJ, as I let my tea steep in my Thor mug, because I was yawning like crazy in that first half.
Yeah, I really could tell I was boring you.
Okay. Hopefully, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You were not boring me. I was hoping some of this caffeine to help, wake me up.
Well, I hope you had tea that has caffeine in it.
Isn't it? Unless it say it doesn't it just have caffeine? I spent a lot of time. The great majority of my years on this earth, never knowing there was caffeine in tea. And then, and now that I understand there's caffeine in tea, you're going to sit here, get me all topsy-turvy and be like, well, make sure there's caffeine in that one. What the hell? I thought it was caffeine in it by default.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of different teas in there. We have a lot of different teas.
This is true. Yeah.
And like a black tea is going to have caffeine. I think all black teas have caffeine. I could be wrong about that.
When they're also nasty.
Excuse you?
Were you an English breakfast tea type person? Is that what you are? Huh? Get a little black tea.
I'm so confused right now. You don't like black tea?
No. I like fruity teas. I like mint, peppermint. Yeah, I don't like a black tea. I like green tea. I don't like a black tea. I don't like black tea. I feel like you got to do too much to it to get it, I'm also not a black coffee drinker either. I drink it when it's offered. I like my things to taste like things, Yeah.
I like my things to taste like things is definitely a phrase.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know what tea you have. I hope it has caffeine in it. There's something happening. I don't know, atmospherically or in our house. You started getting tired. I started getting a migraine. I don't want that. I don't want a migraine.
Mm-mm.
I can't actually really have one today.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
But it's happening. Like, you know.
If you could just turn to your migraine, if there was a dimension in which you could turn to your migraine and be like,
yeah, I would say, if you don't know what that universal sign for timeout is, migraine, because you seem to be elusive and you sometimes we don't speak the same language,
Yeah, ever elusive migraine.
Yeah.
Pacific Northwest migraine.
Or I guess, no, it's never elusive.
Yeah.
It's ever present.
Ever present Pacific. Yeah. The ever and omnipresent Pacific Northwest.
I wonder what word I was looking for. It doesn't matter. That we don't always speak the same language. I think I'm being clear, like not right now, totally not.
To your migraine, you thought you're being clear to it.
That I'm being clear, like this is actually not a possibility, not in this moment. And then that is somehow translated to you should throw up.
Listen.
And then the migraine's like, got it, and makes me do that.
It's like migraine, your grain, her grain. We all they don't listen. This neurological event that so many of you have experienced and have had God knows how long lifelong relationships with. I do not envy you. I wish that more men were affected with this, so the science would be out there.
So it'd get cured.
It'd get cured.
There'd be some sort of experimental drug that we could all get. Temporary relief from our migraines, but then be hooked to it or something,
Yeah.
But at the very least, they'd be investing some money in knowing what's going on with that brain.
At the very least.
Because now I'm worried about a lot of things. This is not on our doc, and I'm sorry,
Mm-hmm.
but hopefully that's okay. Real as quick as possible. So when I took my mom to the neurologist said that migraines are genetic. Like this is I had no shot.
Mm-hmm.
Which really sucks because there's a lot of doctors that are just like, you should not eat the things that make you have a migraine. Or like, get that stress out of your life, girl. If there's a genetic component, hereditary component to that, and then there are environmental triggers, and then there are your,
triggers, stress triggers,
then what are we talking about here? There's no control over this condition.
Yeah.
And then how do you live a regular life? And I don't. This is not me trying to like garner a bunch of sympathy, but what I mean is, what is expected of every, adult? If you are not able to meet those needs because of your body, there isn't enough support. And this has always been the case. This has always been the case. This is not about me and migraines, but they're just, if you can't play in capitalism's to the rules, hey, die.
You know what this sounds like? It sounds like you want some scientific handout, want some medical handout, some, scientific handout, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. What is this? Socialism? Huh? What is this? What do you want? He won.
Hell of a segue.
Oh.
Look at that. Ambush.
Morgan Jones.
So I'm scrolling the threads.
Yeah.
As one sometimes does.
Mm-hmm.
And go ahead.
Of all the social media platforms now, you've taken yourself off of Twitter. You have 3 Blue Sky accounts, including the one that you use to hide from me. What do you find yourself on the most? Is it Threads? Because that's where I am, I think, a lot.
I think
Threads and Instagram.
I think yes, but I'm very much not on social media right now. Like,
all burner accounts. Just all.
I mean,
You're
not
there. Yeah.
Like, I mean, dog, I can't.
Yeah.
Like, Can used to say he'd have to take breaks, and he'd be like, I'm on a break because every time I open Facebook, it was like someone died.
Yeah.
Or every time it's just anger, or and I just can't let that be my day all the time. And I hella understood that as a concept.
Right.
And then it's all just everything's overwhelming right now. In every part of my life is overwhelming right now. So like, even I guess I'm just, because I'm not interacting right now too, I open it and I see the most ridiculous things. And I'm like, this is rage bait. Someone's like, this can't be real.
Right.
Let me move forward before, you know what I mean? Or it's a bunch of AI slop. And it's like people reacting to a thing that is obviously fake.
Right.
And then I look at the comments and I'm like, well, so are these things are also obviously fake, like, so it's just increasingly becoming a place that just feels like there is no connection with actual people or creators for me right now through those things. And so it just all feels like ads. It all feels like I'm being bombarded with propaganda and consumerism things, like, and so I'm doing a lot of playing word games. I'm playing a lot of archives.
New York Times word game archives.
Yeah, and I wish that wasn't the New York Times. I don't want to pay them money.
You pay them fools.
I don't want to pay them fools, but I do really very much appreciate the word games. Love them a lot.
So back to the original question. When you do, if you have the moments, is it now Threads?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Even when I'm trying to spend time on Instagram, I'll get thrown to Threads because of the little thread.
The little bar. Yeah.
The little bar they put in there. Yeah.
That's interesting to me.
They've done a good job.
They've done a very good job for the redirect.
Over there. Yeah.
Very good job for the redirect.
So you're scrolling Threads.
So I'm scrolling Threads and I see this gem. Your child wants $10 to go out with his friends. You tell him to wash the dishes and vacuum the living room. He does everything you asked and you pay him the $10. But his 2 siblings ask for money too. So you divide the $10 among the 3 children. That's socialism for the slow people.
What? I must be slow people. What are you talking about?
You are not slow people.
Oh, okay.
That is not socialism.
Oh, okay. What are you talking about?
Like, can you? I'm going to move forward. I promise. Remember earlier I was talking about how people don't know what they're talking about, but the confidence is at an all-time high.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like this right here is such an example to me of like the hubris for you to type this out and end with that's socialism for the slow people. So one person does all the work and other people, then you got to split it all with the people that didn't do anything. That's socialism.
Right. What are you talking about?
Be fucking for real for once. The idea that you have a grasp on it enough for you to give an analogy of it is fucking insane to me. Because all you did was show us you don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry, what'd you say, babe?
No, I'm agreeing with you. I said the idea that you think you have a grasp on it. Yeah, imagine.
I mean, imagine, and I'm sure I've done this, but like, I want this to be someone incredibly young who has grown up in the American public school system who wouldn't know the difference yet.
Right.
But like, it's an adult, you know? So first of all, that's not socialism. That's bad parenting and like worse math.
Yeah.
Like
terrible.
Socialism isn't about splitting one kid's allowance 3 ways. It's about everybody who creates the wealth having a say in how that wealth is shared. This is not a hard concept to understand. This is not, it is very, okay, I'll finish and I'll get to that.
Okay.
Because I will derail myself and I'll be at the end and I won't have said what I meant to, which is no different than any other episode. I guess like it's shared ownership. It's of shared ownership of what we build together, right? Like schools, roads, healthcare, housing, right, clean air, all of that. If your kids are washing dishes and cooking dinner and keeping the house running, maybe the problem isn't that they want a cut. Maybe it's that you've convinced yourself that their labor isn't worth anything unless you say so.
Hello.
Maybe that's why you don't want to get the concept of socialism. I don't know. Like
maybe you don't want to get it just because you think that based on what, you've been told, the little bit you've been told, the disinformation and propaganda that's been put out there, you've just been scared and you refuse to do an ounce of research, even an ounce of research, And he's like, this is not for me. Capitalism is a bad word now. Word to Hove.
Word to Hove.
Oh, y'all don't like capitalism now?
Oh, y'all don't like that word now, huh?
Is that shit working out?
What did the big dummy say today? Trump said they've got this new word, affordability.
Bruh.
Yo.
Bruh.
New word.
New to who?
New words unlocked. Capitalism and affordability. Just brand new to everybody around this motherfucker.
They've got this new word, affordability.
Sam.
Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. This is our president.
That's our president. But here's capitalism. Your kid washes the dishes, vacuums, mows the lawn, takes out the trash, and then you keep the $10 and you call it the market and tell them that they're lucky for the experience you just gave them.
Oh, yeah.
That's capitalism, bud. That's the system we live under. That's workers do the labor while billionaires pocket the profits and politicians call it freedom.
Period.
And tell you you're welcome. And if you want proof that socialism works, you are actually already living with it in the way of public schools, of libraries, of fire departments, the post office, Medicare.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Those are all socialist projects, which is collective funding for the collective good. Meanwhile, what socialist projects we are really willing to like completely fucking get behind in America is for the rich. Corporate bailouts.
Oh, those bailouts. Oh, those bailouts.
Oh, those tax breaks. Those subsidies.
The AI industry is gearing up to accepting some bailouts. They've been
the bubble about to burst.
Yeah, they've been having some discussions about that in the media now. That there's going to be a need for some bailouts. You know, they hold our future.
In what regard?
This is where technology is going. They need this AI to help develop our future. Failure? It's going to, yes, removing all the water from our ecosystem. All usable water. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
At some point, we are going to absolutely have to stop investing in failure. We are absolutely going to have to stop doing it. We're committed. Right now, just committed to failing. And by that, I mean, we want nothing more than to bring back the industries that we know further harm and destroy the planet that we, in fact, inhabit.
Mm-hmm.
Bring back the coal. Bring more fracking, please. Find more oil in places that never had oil before. That's where the oil went.
Yeah. You got to get to the money.
Got to get there. There's places we haven't taken all their oil yet.
Yeah. Wherever that money is, we have to get to it.
Stop doing the oil and we could do this thing over here. But then what about my oil money?
Yeah.
What if you got money from this thing over here? Whatever. That's not oil money.
You're leaving money on the table.
You're leaving money on the table if we're not going to drill in the sea.
Leaving that oil money on the table, bro.
Anyway, they get all those things, the corporate bailouts, the tax breaks, the subsidies, so they can keep high profits while paying workers poverty wages. That's socialism for the wealthy and capitalism for everyone else. The problem isn't that socialism doesn't work. The problem is that the only way we use it is to prop up billionaires instead of making better lives for everybody. Because I feel like everybody knows that capitalism isn't working. Even you're going to see a lot of the right saying the system is failing people. And that's what they mean. They mean capitalism isn't working. They just can't quite name why, because they want it to work. They still want to live in that system.
Yeah.
So they can't quite name why it doesn't work. They can't figure out what is this? And it's because we've been told our entire lives that suffering is a feature. It's not a flaw.
So is it that they can't name it or that they won't name it?
They won't name
it. To it. Yeah.
Well,
okay.
I think that there are people that absolutely have no idea. That are, defenders of capitalism that don't have any idea why or other than this is what we've always done. And so this is the American way.
Right.
And then there are people that absolutely are fully aware that
this ain't
this is how capitalism will always, it has to, in order for it to work. And by work means the many doing the labor and the few getting the profits.
Right.
That is it working. In order for that to work, in order for them to want it, they have to see themselves in the position of winning at some point, of not always being at the bottom. And unfortunately, we continue to see a lot of folks who are no longer at the bottom sort of immediately start, being that powerful white man that was always at the top. And yuck.
Mm-hmm.
But again, that's always going to happen within capitalism. That's the game. Like, you're not going to get to stay there if you're not going to continue to be cutthroat.
Right.
You certainly won't be a billionaire if you're not ready to kill a few 100,000 people.
I mean, I remember being sold a lot of that cutthroat, dog eat dog mentality in the 80s, boomer, the boomer world.
Oh, I was like, you're not a boomer.
No, I was alive. I was alive during the 80s, and those some of my formative years.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, my formative years there. And you're just seeing the levels of success being modeled, and it did set me up to idolize people when I was younger, like
absolutely,
like a Dame Dash, like a Russell Simmons, people that you just saw the hustle, you just saw the boom, 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 boom. They made every single minute count. And I mentioned those two men because they look more like me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, as much as I'm watching white men do it in movies, when it came to culture, I'm looking at black men and I'm saying, okay, this is what I need to aspire to be. Like, let's go getting to the bag. While other people sleep, there's your opportunity to get ahead. Don't sleep. Don't sleep. Why? Because if I can be up late working while they're asleep or once they clocked out, then while they're working, the work that I've done is going to buy me more time to rest later. Because this is unobstructed work. It's a completely different work environment. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way we've just been sold on the ideas and concepts of capitalism and how the rewards of capitalism are supposed to show up for us. Man, it is rough stuff. Seriously rough stuff, bro. Seriously rough stuff. And for, men of color here, there's an additional element to it. When you start adding racism, when you start adding in the idea again that we're sold on the, go to school, go to college, get a great job, get you a wife, white picket fence, 2 kids and a dog. This model is of white men, and it's a model based on the privileges and advantages that they have. So that even in the whole pull yourself up by your bootstraps pamphlet given to everyone, there's no amended version that says no matter what you do and how hard you try, black man, this is what it's going to take for you to be on a semblance of that level. This is the 4 times the amount of work, the breadth of effort. It's not the same for you as it is for him. This is what your situation looks like.
Right.
A lot of us, we're not even considering that. And we internalize it after all the work we're doing. I still don't have it. I'm still struggling. It's still check to check. It's still robbing Peter to pay Paul. And wow, man, now what? So we blame ourselves for failing at capitalism, as opposed to capitalism fucking sucks. And it's extremely destructive.
Yeah. Like,
yeah,
it's harmful. It's going to kill us. And it has to make us all think that we have the same shot.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only way. You got to get people to buy in.
Yeah.
And the way that things just are fully normalized by the time, like, it doesn't take that long for it to just be baked in now. Like, that's just the culture, and that's just what we do. Like, I'm too many examples are like jumping in my head, but we. Oh, I lost my point. Dang.
Way too many examples jumped in your head. Apparently.
They did, and I was like, stop. I'm gonna forget my point. Like, and I did. Too many examples, like that were just analogous that to the whole point. And now, who knows?
Fuck capitalism. I think that was the point you were trying to make.
It certainly is. It's always my point. It is wild to me how it has been. It is so normal. It is so baked in that even questioning it will have someone call you radical. Like just being like, hey, this just doesn't even seem like it's the best economic system out of the things you've just presented.
Right.
It's like you're anti-American or something, which, okay. But also, you can't show me where it actually is not destructive.
Yeah, how does it benefit Americans?
Like, how does it actually benefit people? If it's a handful of people get to be in control of everything. Like, there's no reason that Bill Gates should be able to also own all the seeds. Like, is it him? Who?
Yeah,
like,
that has the seed bank.
Yeah.
Monsanto's has the lock on all the agricultural seeds, but yes, Bill Gates does have a seed bank, and he has been collecting seeds for over a decade now.
Okay, see, I think I just put two things together in my head. My bad. What's the seed bank do? Just to have them?
Well, that's the thing. We don't know what he's doing with them. I don't even remember what he told people he was doing with them, but I believe he has the largest archive of seeds. Original seeds.
Okay. That's something I guess I'll look into later.
It's probably from Mars. If I had to guess, I'd say
it's probably for Mars.
Yeah. Probably for future colonization. Yeah.
3 days ago, the Gates Foundation pledges $1.4 billion to help farmers. The foundation will spend at least $1.4 billion over the next 4 years to help farmers in sub-Saharan Africa and Asia to help them adapt to extreme weather. I think they mean Mars.
Yeah. Let's get you guys ready. Let's get you guys ready for the big show. Yeah.
Capitalism is awful. And this is one of the reasons why. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know how we actually change anybody's mind, at this point, when you are living in some of the worst symptoms and conditions of capitalism.
Mm-hmm. I think,
are there people that really just think it's just people?
Yeah, definitely. There are people that think it's just people. There are people that think it's themselves. There are people that think that them winning at capitalism is one great idea away, one lottery ticket away. Yeah.
You win capitalism if you win the lottery?
Well, if you have the proper mindset, you choose that dinner with Jay-Z over that $500K.
Cut the cameras.
What?
Cut the cameras. Nope.
I thought you were trying to win at capitalism.
Oh
Apparently, you don't want to buy no big house. You don't want no in-ground pool. You don't want a 3-car garage where I can park a Batmobile. You don't want any of that.
Wrong.
You do.
Wrong.
You do want me to.
This is the thing. This is the misconception that, like, because I don't in any way believe that capitalism works, that I don't want nice things, or that that like
no,
a house is no longer an option.
No, that's not the misconception. The misconception is, or the correct posturing for this is, because you don't like capitalism, you don't deserve nice things, Morgan.
Oh, well, I mean, that can be your stance, I suppose.
That's how capitalism. That's what it is. You don't get to say boo capitalism and then be like, but I want nice things.
But yes, a pool.
No way, girly. Yeah. You know how you get those nice things?
Capitalism. Your fucking climate, you changing the climate so much means I need a pool in the Pacific Northwest. And that's your bad.
You need a pool and air conditioning.
And air conditioning.
Didn't used to need that.
You've made it the South over here.
Yeah, cray. That's
like you have some explaining to do. I don't think you want to bring this up with me.
Capitalism. I don't think
capitalism. I don't think you want to do that.
Yikes.
No, that is a misconception, though, that there's like, you can't have a car if you think that everybody should get paid a fair wage. Like,
that's the first place they go, right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, why don't you just move people into your house then? I'm just saying everyone deserves housing.
It's the wildest thing
out there.
The most like self-centered, immediately someone else getting something is taking from you.
Yeah.
Like that mindset's wild.
Scarcity.
For you to, like that person's example of your kid wants to go do something, you make them do chores, you give them $10, their siblings want to go, and now you say you have to split the money. Like, you really think that that's how that works? That is that just you think what sharing is too? You know what I mean?
Is that what sharing has been for you?
Like,
people take your things that you earned, that you worked for,
that you worked real hard for, and then just got robbed.
Yeah, that's how share. Is that sharing for you? Wow. Sorry about that.
Rough. That's rough. Like, I don't know. It's crazy to me. Like the immediate thought that, well, if everybody's fine, then that means I'm not, or that,
right.
You know, I don't know. And the fact that people literally can't just like strip it down to, you don't want people to be homeless. You don't want those homeless people near you. But somehow they're also supposed to get hired somewhere to work next to people that they can't be next to.
Right.
And that's totally normal, number one, because you just treat that person like an outcast at their job. That would just be super fine for their mental, health.
Right.
That'd be great. That'd be great. God. After being like completely ignored and disrespected all the time as a homeless person. I'm sure that's just fucking fantastic.
Oh yeah. Easily.
Like, I don't get it. You don't want them to be homeless. You don't want them to have a home. You don't want them to get a job, or you want them to get a job, but they can't work by you. You want them to have a shelter, but not by you. You want them to sleep in a car, but not on your street. Like,
these are the ideal conditions. I have spoken with them, Morgan.
Oh,
I can listen. They do want them off the street, and they do want them in housing. They just want them in housing all together behind the fence where they can't get out of it. And you can just like throw supplies over and they stand there. And they also work in there and earn their keep.
Yeah, because they don't need money. They've decided to trade acorns that
Yes.
drop into the gated area. This is the village.
Yeah. And I don't want to pay for the stuff that's dropped in there either. So some of them, I guess, can come out from behind the fence and get like, a job picking up trash
Oh,
that they shouldn't get paid well for.
but it's an essential job.
There it is.
Yeah. Okay.
And that works for everybody, You just got to have the imagination to see it.
Ooh,
Yeah, Morgan, come on.
get that imagination revving.
That
Yeah.
imagination station popping.
Bruh.
Yeah, that's all.
Well, you want to get into that shutdown or?
Yeah. Whew. 41 days. 41. This is the longest shutdown in history, from what I understand. And it's giving real hostage situation energy. Republicans basically said we'll burn the whole damn thing down if we don't get our border wall and deep budget cuts. And the Democrats, well, deeply concerned. They are deeply concerned. Unfortunately, yeah, their concern doesn't pay rent or reopen the government. We are now at what? 5:40 in the afternoon on Pacific Northwest. There have been some things happening throughout the day.
Oh, things are happening.
Yeah.
It's in there.
Yeah. So the real story here is, under all that noise, the shutdown isn't an accident. It's a strategy. And we've seen it happen over and over again. This time, the Republicans are using it to force the Dems into either giving them a border wall and massive spending cuts or taking the blame for a government collapse. It's political theater with real victims, federal workers, families on SNAP, people who rely on housing programs, all being used as leverage. They want to make government itself look broken because when people lose faith in government, the right wins. That's been the playbook since Reagan. Shrink it, sabotage it, then point and say, see, government doesn't work. And why aren't the Dems fighting back harder, you ask? 3 reasons. First, the rules. In the Senate, you need 60 votes to pass any spending bill because of the filibuster. That means even if Democrats want to push through a clean funding bill, they need Republican votes to do it. The system is literally designed to gridlock. Secondly, the fear. Democrats remember how shutdowns used to play out. Voters get mad and whoever's in charge takes a hit. Even when Republicans cause the mess, Democrats panic about being blamed for keeping it going. So instead of holding the line, they negotiate themselves into corners. And third, the money. Let's be honest, both parties are still funded by the same corporate donors. The big business interests that want deregulation and tax breaks don't care if workers miss paychecks, as long as profits stay protected. And guess what? Corporate subsidies are still running like they're on autopay, which is wild. Because, ladies and gentlemen, capitalism never shuts down. And if that wasn't bad enough, 8 Democrats just voted with Republicans today. Catherine Cortez Masto, Dick Durbin, John Fetterman, no surprise. Maggie Hassan, Tim Kaine, Angus King, Jackie Rosen, and Jean Shaheen. Why? Some are moderates, some are retiring, some are just scared of being labeled partisan. But let's call it what it is. They're protecting their careers, not their constituents. So what's the bottom line? The shutdown isn't about budgets or borders. It's about power. It's about who gets to decide how this country spends its money, who benefits from the chaos, and who's left holding the bag. And every single time, it's the working class paying the price while the money machine keeps on rolling. Because when the government shuts down, the suffering stays local. but the profits, they go national, baby. Ridiculous. Quite
so many things about this shutdown. The Democrats are so predictably
Democratic.
Pointless. Like, how many times has this exact kind of scenario been on the table? And I don't, insert the snap for something else. I mean, swap it out for something else. The government shutdown comes with these, extra urgent crises.
Yeah.
That now we have to focus on fixing that thing. We can't even really talk about funding the government yet. So let's fix that thing. And then, okay, we'll just do this, kick it down the road for a second so that, we can really give it a whatever, give it a good look and,
Yeah. Let's get some eyes on it.
We'll negotiate. Never to be heard of ever fucking again. And then never to be worked on either, because especially now, the Republicans are in control of everything. This is so fucking silly. They're in control of everything. They are the reason this shutdown is happening. And for as much as I'm mad at the Democrats, I want to be like, know where the real shit lies. Like, they're in control of all of the levers.
Right. And that was part of the bargaining, that they promised to have a vote on the Affordable Care Act.
A vote on the Affordable Health Care Act in December.
That's what it took. They
promised a vote. And admittedly was like, we probably won't get that vote. A vote? Promised a vote? That's not, I promised to vote for it.
No, not even close to it.
Not even close.
No.
That you got fucking nothing. You got dust. They literally paid you in dust.
Yep.
And you was like, okay, actually,
cool.
that's a win.
Yeah.
I'll take the win. What the fuck?
And turning to their constituents and saying, we brought us back from the brink. Us the Dems. We stopped the shutdown.
Like, are you what? What?
I've never seen anyone more excited to jump in front of bullets and accept blame for getting hit and shooting at the same time than
ever.
Democrats. Then I've never. It's like, wait, I'm sorry, you're both the victim and the perpetrator? Whoa. How did you pull that off?
But like all the time?
Fucking moron.
And you're not even using it in a way of power like
no
wins like Donald Trump does. You know what I mean? Like
right.
Not saying you should do it that way.
But play the game at least. Play the game better. Play the game better is what you're actually saying.
You have to do something.
Yeah.
If you cannot be the opposition party if you don't oppose. And part of it is we have to like wrangle in our expectations of what they're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of shared interests, and I am not saying they're interchangeable, but there's a lot of shared interests. There's a lot of shared money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know what I don't expect anything from this Democratic Party and this leadership. I don't, I don't expect anything for the people. They're not there for the people.
Right.
And so I don't expect it. I just also don't really understand the idea of holding out this fucking long if you were going to cave for nothing anyway. Like if it was just, if you were literally just going to fold.
Yeah.
What'd we do all of this for? It just panic,
right.
Those that like really have a traumatic experience, hey, collateral damage.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, I feel like you don't have a specific expectation. We don't have a specific expectation of them, right? But they do want us to listen to them. And all they've been telling us is that Trump is creating existential threats. And if you want us to, if obviously you want us to listen to you, that's why you're sending us all these text messages and emails. You want our ear, you're getting our ear, right? So let's just say, perchance, I believe you. I believe that we are in some very crucial times. You're not showing me that. You're not showing me. I'm trying to meet you where you are, and then I get there, and then I call you. I'm where you said where you said we're supposed to be. We've all rallied.
We're
to
here.
show up. We're here. We want change. I'm sorry. You're at Starbucks? No, I don't want anything. You're supposed to be here. Like the fuck? I thought we were doing this together.
What happened?
What? Like you're convincing us so much. We got to stop these Republicans. They're trying to do this. They're trying to do that. They're trying to do this. They're trying to do that. And then you're like, oh yeah, that works, you guys. Let's do it your way. The fuck?
They get nothing, right? Like you're getting nothing. You're folding literally for nothing.
Yeah.
You are just Gumby for nothing.
No prize there. Sorry.
What? Do it from the jump then, ho? Like
right.
what? Why are we?
Said do it from the jump, ho. Bow out from the jump, ho.
Because if you were going to 41 days, be fucking for real.
Yeah.
There are people who are working and don't know if they're getting paid. They can't, and they can't eat.
Right.
Like that work for the fucking federal government. Like be for real.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm not saying that they should have caved. If we are doing it, do it.
We're already in it.
We're already in it. 41 days
One.
in. You can't be fucking serious that you're willing now to be like, nothing sounds good, actually.
Yeah. And the only reason you're caving is because you've allowed Republican propaganda to rattle you. The Republicans are in charge of every branch of government. They are saying to the public, this is the Democrats' fault. And because you don't have a valid pushback or even an invalid pushback, you don't have a fantasy world strategy. You don't have something you can pull out of a fortune cookie and read it and allow it to. You have nothing. You're like, holy crap. They think it's our fault, you guys. We got to do what the fuck, man? Not even no playbook, nowhere. Just nothing. Just letting them just run the table.
Like this has been forever that they have been scared of being called a thing. Like you're more scared of being called a racist than the fact that you are being racist. You are more scared of, it's all perception and, projection. I guess they just, so if you're not ever, what's the thing? If you're not walking the walk and talking the talk, if you're just talking it, like you're going to fold. There's no,
Yeah.
you know what I
Sure.
mean? Like if you're just talking it, there's no real anything that you're rooted in doing any of this, or
Yeah.
you're going to fold.
And what faith do you expect people to have in the party when the examples that you're giving is you folding?
Right.
Like you just folded and you're about to send out another text message.
Fam. So I was going to say, you've been doing this forever and ever, right? This is not a new phenomenon. This is just like, it just gets worse and worse and worse. And you get less and less and less.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand how they don't see that these kind of concessions don't just put us, say fuck the people now. This is harm now and moving forward.
Right.
You know what I mean? The entire point, I think, of lowering any payments, halting any payments, is to start lowering those payments. They are going to start halting those payments. Like,
yeah.
They are it is a takeover like none other.
Yeah.
Here.
The administration is clawing and trying feverishly to not have to pay SNAP at full capacity.
Elon become a trillionaire if we don't cut all of these taxes for them and gut all of our social services? There's no way he'd become a trillionaire without it, you know? And like, we got to accomplish that goal, man.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, first trillionaire.
That shit is insane.
He's not even an American. He's not playing on our team in the capitalism Olympics.
No, he's not.
Like,
he too is working on colonizing Mars. He owns some other shit. other shit. All right, we have a little bit of time left. I want to get into this Mamdani backlash situation before we wrap. All right. So New York's newly elected mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani is facing criticism from prominent political commentators over what some described as the aggressive tone of his victory speech. Moments after becoming the city's first Muslim and youngest ever mayor at 34. I mean, imagine, huh? Starting your big league career, political career at 34.
Wow.
So much time left. CNN's David Axelrod, Van Jones, Alyssa Farah Griffin each took issue with Mamdani's delivery, calling it shouted, Trumpian, and off-key compared to his campaign persona. It was a shouted speech rather than a conversation with the city, Axelrod said. Farah Griffin likened Mamdani's tone to former President Donald Trump's fiery rallies, calling it unnecessarily combative.
What the fuck are you talking about? I'm sorry.
I don't know why I said former, current president. But yeah. And Jones echoed their concern, saying Mamdani missed the chance to bring people into his movement. The Mamdani we saw on the campaign trail.
Angry. He was an angry black man up there.
Here's my question, Van. With the percentage of the vote that he won and the amount of people that turned out for this, the record number of people that turned out to vote, is he missing a chance to bring people into the movement? I feel like he's brought a lot of people into the movement.
Sounds like a lot of people in the fold.
Yeah, and now it's time for him to, or at least show us him working on the things that he promised. And I think that might bring more people in. But you know what? You know, Van, you've been mayor so many times. Your advice is so valuable. He said the Mamdani we saw on the campaign trail, warm, embracing, calm, wasn't the one we saw tonight. Yeah,
it's a completely different event.
Yeah.
Weird that we saw a different side of this person. That's strange.
Yeah, weird. Jones said this on CNN's election night broadcast. He was sharp. He was yelling And that's not the Mamdani that connected with working class voters on TikTok and in those interviews. I think he lost an opportunity to expand his base. Van, you nor any centrist corporate Democrat, you have no idea what it takes to win the race as a Democrat. You know how I know? Because the people you assholes picked keep losing.
Mm-hmm.
You've been campaigning and taking shots at him the entire time. No matter how much evidence there was of the groundswell of support. Like you're standing outside of a room filled with people stacked on top of each other, willingly in that room, singing praises. And you're on the other side of the door like, that's just that he needs more support.
This just can't be sustained.
You should listen to me out here in the hallway, completely empty with no one else in it.
By myself.
I know. That's not going to continue to work. What? Just say APAC doesn't. Okay. So just be upfront with it. Just be upfront with your APAC talking points.
We don't like it.
Get out of here. APAC doesn't like them, therefore I do not.
Yeah.
Yeah. With about 90% of ballots counted, Mamdani held a commanding 50.4% of the vote, defeating independent candidate and former governor Andrew Cuomo at 41.6% and Curtis Sliwa at 7.1%. Mamdani, a self-described democratic socialist, ran on a progressive platform that includes rent freezes, free childcare, city-owned grocery stores, and tax hikes on corporations and wealthy New Yorkers. Cuomo's brother, News Nation host Chris Cuomo, acknowledged the historic nature of Mamdani's victory, even as he lamented for his brother's loss. Of course I wanted my brother to win, he said on air. But he's not what the Democrats want right now. The type of Democrat Mamdani represents is clearly what voters in New York City were looking for. It's a reflection of where the party is headed. It's a reflection of where we are now. It's a reflection of where the populace is right now. It's not where the party is headed. It's where the people are right now. What's more important, the people or the party? You effing morons. You're playing this game, this party politics game. People are trying to survive. He is speaking directly to that. The difference between him and Trump speaking to that is Mamdani actually has plans. He actually has strategies. You ask him
plans or
right, not ideas of plans.
Full plans.
Mamdani actually, when you ask him a follow-up question on how he's going to accomplish that, he tells you.
Yep.
Instead of some people say, we have nah, you're not getting the bullshit. But you can't properly critique that either. Like, get the fuck out of here. And
I just wanted to add that it's his other part of his platform is free and fast buses. So, like, the amount of support that he's talking about and infrastructure to working class people it's huge. And they do not want to see that. And Chris Cuomo does not want to be a part of a party that wants that. Like,
not at all.
Like, I hear that, and I hear that's the definitive pivot that Chris is about to do, the why I left the left.
Oh.
You know, his brother's not going to be running again, so now he can be whatever.
His co-host on the new podcast.
Oh no, like he just won't, whatever antics Chris does won't impact, you know, his chances at doing something else. Like, I don't think he would partner with his brother because he knows that his brother isn't liked anywhere. Like, it's not like the Republicans love him. He's the kind of Democrat that they're like, I'll tolerate you. Like, you know what I mean?
I'll put up with you.
I'll put up with you. You believe a lot of the same racist things I do. I mean, we meet in the middle in some places.
We can make it work. We can make it work.
Yeah, you believe they need more help or should get more help than I do, but I don't hate you for it.
Yeah.
But like nobody likes him. He's not like nobody wants to watch a show with him or hear a radio show. You know what I mean? Like
you'd be surprised, babe. There is 41% of the vote. There's a lot of Cuomo-sexuals. Okay.
Right. That's an astounding number. You're right.
A lot of Cuomo-sexuals. There are people out there that want to hear him whine, that want to hear his lies, that want to be convinced that they did, even though we lost, we had the right frame of mind. And just you wait. Now we get to sit on the sidelines and we get to wait and watch and tell everyone, see how right we were about this guy? This Mamdani is going to be terrible. New York's going down in the dumps. Yeah.
Except for it'll be like they're actively working against him in the background and not funding the programs and not allowing the implementation of any of the programs, and then pretending that they're on the sidelines saying, look at this guy not even getting anything fucking done. Look 100%. What you guys voted for.
100%.
We need someone who will really clean up the city now.
This is a story that we are all too familiar with. Anyone living in the city that's had any type of progressive leadership or your citizenry has voted on progressive ideals, this is all too familiar. So, great. Mamdani is in. Now, it's going to be the 22 million that went up against him. They are willing to triple down on that to obstruct every single thing that he wants to do.
Of course.
Because he cannot. Right now, people are voting. They've imagined a new New York. They've imagined possibilities of things that never existed all at the same time. They're imagining utopia, right? If he delivers that, and this is why we've been calling this local news, what's been happening in New York.
Yeah.
If he delivers that, that is the strategy, that's the blueprint.
That's the baseline.
To be duplicated in cities all throughout the U.S.
Right.
And it will, unobstructed, it spread like wildfire. So they have to obstruct. And first in New York and anywhere else that wants to follow suit. We watch them do the same thing with the squad. Any type of progressive movement, they have to stamp it out. So it's going to be some serious business during his administration. And I really, really, especially for the content creators that are in the political landscape, I really, really need them to take this seriously, not just be doing shit for clicks. I came across a clip from the Native Land Pod, and it said, Mamdani is not the face of not the new face of the Democratic Party. I saw another clip from another podcast. It was like, Mamdani won, but did we? Listen, y'all remember how I felt going into November about Kamala. She's not my candidate, but you pick your weakest opponent. That should have just been a very, very basic and easily understandable concept for a lot of people. We got Mamdani in. And I say we, because in this situation, like we're all New Yorkers, right?
Yeah.
Like consciously said there were people in his state that were going to the polls excited because they thought they had the ability to vote for Mamdani.
Okay, I don't know how, but I'm here for it.
Like, you know what?
It brought you out.
They thought that's how effective his campaign
Wrong game
was.
Everything, huh?
Nationally. That's how effective his campaign was nationally. People everywhere. People in other places were like, yeah, go mom. Okay, all right, let's go. Let's go. Yeah. So to that point, having people using independent media as entertainment, you're duplicating what Fox News is doing. You're duplicating what CBS is doing.
Oh.
We can't afford that. We can't afford for you to be playing these games. He got in. He's going to have significant, unprecedented opposition.
Yeah.
Any critiques that you have, wait for the man to start working.
Bruh.
At the very least, people are like, Mamdani won. Well, what about, do you know who the current mayor is?
Like, fam, do you know who the current mayor is? Are you keeping your eye on that ball at all, or are we just moving right forward?
What the hell?
He's not inaugurated yet. Like, he's still mayor-elect, friends.
Like, come on, y'all. Come on.
The bus won't be free tomorrow. That's not how it works.
Yeah, I'm just having less and less tolerance for, the bullshit. And we're in the end game, guys. We're in the end game. Let's stop fucking around. Please, let's be more responsible as media creators. Let's stop fucking around. Let there be a clear distinction between the people that are here for clicks and the people that actually give a fuck. Especially media creators from communities of color. Like, let's stop fucking around, because you know how this works. You know who suffers first. You know who suffers the hardest. If you need to be doing this for dollars, I need you to pivot and start making different content. Don't play in these politics like that. Please don't. Like, please don't. Please don't. We can't afford it.
Are they just clickbait? I don't mean just, but are they clickbaiting and the titles are clickbait, or is the content like, this is not a good look for the Democratic Party? Or
it's both. It's both clickbait titles, but then also there's this uprising in wanting to play devil's advocate. There's this contrarianism. There's this, there's this, since everyone loves them, there's got to be something that you guys aren't seeing. And we're telling y'all, just you wait. It will reveal itself.
There's something.
But I don't want to say too much, but just you wait.
Oh.
If you don't go to fuck on somewhere.
Yeah. Don't do speculation. Like, just you wait.
Listen, don't do any of it. Do the news. Yeah. Do the goddamn news. You want me to trust you as a journalist? You want me to trust you as a media head? Do the news. Do the news.
I mean, to be fair, some people are not doing the news. They are commenting on, a headline or two. And no shade. If you are meant to be taken seriously and your opinion is meant to be taken seriously, I think you got to do a little bit more digging into a thing,
Facts. Yeah. To quote one Morgan Jones, just be fucking for real for once. And you can wrap us up.
Done. That's another News with My Fiance. Monday night, Raw, live, in person, live Raw, in the books. Thank you for spending this quality time with us.
Yes. This episode was made possible by our in-studio crew. Normal in-studio crew. Kyle G, Residual Audio, Jess, and Remote Quality Control, Michelle and Ross. Shout out to our sponsors, studio sponsors, L&J Industries, for providing very dope space for us every single week. And of course, big thanks to y'all for watching, listening, and staying engaged with us.
Stay engaged with us all week. Follow us on Instagram at News with My Fiance. Follow Ambush at ScamBeezy. Follow me at Portland Morgan. Become a member and sock it to our pockets over at patreon.com/News with My Fiance.
Check out the merch over at newsmyfiance.com/merch. More designs are coming soon. Treat yourself to win at everything. Again, we are within the holiday season. If that's how you participate, hey, man, grab a couple things. I'm sure you're going to love it. And special thanks to our fiancés that are putting their money where their mouth is. And definitely a huge shout out to our free 99 fiancés as well. But you know the deal? All of y'all. You know the deal. Don't let the individual distract you from the systems. Poverty is a policy choice. People over profits. Power to the people. No war, but class war. Go hard on systems and not people. Not each other. Not us. And we will be back with you Thursday morning on X-Ray FM at 7:30, right before Tom Hartman. All right, y'all.
Bye.
We out.
Thanks for tuning in. And you can catch this show streaming live on YouTube every Monday night from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. And our podcast episodes are available everywhere you listen to podcasts except Spotify.